standing in this section of the exhibition that is specifically dedicated to Krishen Khanna, again one of the prominent stalwarts of the modern Indian art, who was a victim of partition and came into the modern India or the post-independent India as a refugee, established his career and life here, and a fairly well-established art practice at the early stages itself, where he was even invited to become the member of the progressive group, and he is considered as a member, the youngest member of the progressive artist group. We have selected a very specific series of his work. Khanna, as you know, is known for representing the emotions, the vulnerabilities of the marginalized working class. So throughout his paintings, he has always focused on the everyday life of these people. And some of the interesting series have also focused on music players. But Khanna is not focusing on the music players that we see on stage, but he focuses on these bandwalas, the subaltern, marginalized band players we see who come and perform for us, and we don't even look at them. We just dance on their tunes and they kind of leave, and nobody cares about who are they coming from. Sometimes they wear these uniforms which kind of gives a uniformity to them, but some of them must be too loose for them, so sometimes they won't fit them, and they are totally out. They are considered as an what you call outcasts, even in the function. So you must have noticed their plight. They are kind of alienated from the event itself. So Khanna's sculptures which you see, and also the paintings you see, depict these music players, the bandwalas, in different expressions with also different music instruments. Here what we have on the right side with me is a colorful work which is also representative of Khanna's usual palette. And it's a very fascinating painting because of the way the facial features, where he's blowing this particular musical instrument, could be a trumpet or a horn or whatever, or shehnai. I'm not able to recognize this very clearly, but the facial feature is so contorted because of the kind of pressure, the way he's sucking up the air and performing. His eyes are almost invisible. It almost seems like they have faded away, and it looks like it's a distorted figure. It's like a skeleton, almost a kind of a skeleton that is doing this performance in order to survive, in order to make our life more entertaining. And similarly, we have a trumpet player here, a French horn player here. These two are part of, the series of bronze sculpture which he has done on these music players. So that one is standing, and again, look at the energy and dynamism of that particular sculpture, where he's blowing toward the air, like to the sky, as if he is kind of also performing to the heaven, for the heaven. And again, look at the way the uniforms are represented always. They are an important part of his sculptures. And we have here also a painting, the bandwala, the clarinet player here, which is also contrasting to the colorful painting which we saw earlier, uses this kind of muted colors in his paintings. And again, the expressions are very dramatic here, where he is exerting full force in order to kind of play and perform. And the facial features are all kind of contorted here. The nose is exaggerated, and most of his face is also, the foreground is hidden by this cap which he is wearing, and the eyes, as I said, are almost invisible, and there are these two kind of flannels that appear on this side. That's a very fabulous painting, and so these are the kind of subjects that Krishen Khanna has represented. It's very interesting to study how he uses facial features in order to represent their plight, their labor, and these invisible laborers we don't give enough attention to.